Hey everyone, how's it going? Well, spraying time. We're just filling up right now, and we got the 210 hooked up to the sprayer. I already sprayed the peas, but I had a sprayer issue come up here, and I didn't get any footage of us hauling the cows and the calves out. I just had no time to really hold the camera and do the work. So last week we hauled the cows out with the calves to pasture. We still got quite a few here. There's some little guys that were too small to take out to pasture yet, so I wanted to wait till they get a little bigger. Oh, there's a big one there. He could have went. There's still a few here. They just didn't come into the corral. But I want to wait till that little white one there. I want to wait till they get bigger so I can give them their black leg shot, then they can go out. Anyhow, we're just filling the tank up right now. Drop my camera in there. Getting ready to spray the wheat. We decided to pump dugout water this year, and I usually go to town and buy water. There, that's good. Anyway, yeah, but water's getting so expensive. And it's like cost me like what is it? I think it was like $60 just to fill up two 1,200 gallon tanks. No, one 1,200 gallon tank. And I always have two of them on trailer. So we went and bought the filter, and it's kind of like the same that Nick uses. And I also did put in a 100 mesh filter, inline filter, just to be extra cautious there. So yeah, I've been it's pretty clean water. So, and as long as your dugout water isn't putrid, like my buddy said, they've been using it. I asked him about it. They said they've been using dugout water for years. So yeah. Anyway, to get back to the sprayer issue I had. What's going on with my camera? I feel like I'm blurry. Yeah, okay, here we go. I had to buy a new pump. So I was going along spraying the peas, and then I thought I was out, which I almost was, but there was a little bit left. And for some reason it quit spraying. So when I was going to clean the sprayer out, I couldn't get any pressure in the tank or in the booze, but there was a lot of pressure here. And on the old pump, it ended up blowing the whole pump apart. Casting and everything came right out. And then what I did was I shut my agitation off, and then water started coming through here, and then it blew out that. But there must have been a hairline crack around there, like maybe the guy that had it before us froze it, because there was a rusted crack. So yeah, so I took the pump from my old sprayer and put it on here, and it still didn't work, and it ended up blowing the seal, and the hydraulic oil was coming out. So I went to Grand Prairie and I got a brand new pump, the right one. It was a high pro, $1,200. The other one was an Ace that I had on my older sprayer. So now I might have to buy another pump for that one. Maybe, I don't know. I might be able to buy a seal kit for it. But anyway, this sprayer is pretty nice because you can put 1,200 gallons of water in it, and when you're spraying like 10 gallons an acre, it's good. Anyway, what else was I going to say? Yeah, it worked pretty good. The only other thing I think it might have been, I don't know if it was the cause, but this connection was loose here. So maybe it wasn't opening a valve or something. Like I went all through it. Like I couldn't figure out why I didn't even have good agitation pressure, and it bypasses everything, the main valves and all that. It just goes straight to where is it? Down here, that hose, straight to the tank and agitates. So you should have crazy pressure that it was having, but I don't know. Maybe if it could have been that switch, could have been that old pump on there. Who knows? But anyway, we're filling the tank half full of water, and we're gonna get. It's kind of windy now, and One thing I'm missing on this from my old sprayer is low drift nozzles. These are pretty fine nozzles, and yeah, I like my low drift nozzles. I know there was a reading online where a guy said he bought one of these and he put low drift nozzles on it, so I might have to get a set and throw them on there. I know with my old sprayer I could be spraying in the wind like crazy, like in this wind, not crazy wind, but I had windscreens too before. And I kind of hate windscreens because you can't see if there's any nozzles pointing. So, yeah. Sean's just waiting to see if just turn the pump on. So yeah, what else can I say? Kind of probably wish I should have a new sight tube. Pretty faded and I can't tell how much water's in it. Just about half the tank. So yeah, other than that, it worked really well. I guess I can see the importance of auto boom height, because you got to be careful you don't ram her into the ground. Because I know that's why these booms were cracked. The guy ran it into the ground, so you got to be careful. But yeah, other than that, I'll be hopefully spraying. I don't know. It's supposed to be windy all tonight yet, so I'm gonna try in the morning maybe, because it's already 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, so, and it's still windy. All right, we'll catch you in the morning, maybe. Well, we're back out in the field here today. I ran out of spray, so I'm back now full. I'm just putting my booms out. And yeah, so this field of barley here has a lot of broadleaves in it. And you can see, and that's pretty much, that's all that's in here is broadleaves. There's no really wildroots or nothing in here. Pretty clean field except for broadleaves. And I had Invigor in here last year. The Liberty didn't really touch any of these guys here. They didn't do much to them. So I can see there being more of them this year. Anyway, I gotta get back to spraying. Well, finished off another field. Be quiet. Okay, yeah, finished off another field. And I just had to get rid of a little bit of spray I had left. So I went to the weediest parts, which is in the low area. Why is that blinking? There. So yeah, now time to fold up. So I don't have a auto boom height on this sprayer, which would sure come in handy in these hilly fields. Holy smokes. I can never remember which button to press first. Oh, that one's cutting first. Now you gotta make sure they're all the way to the top. Sorry for that. And then the final, fold in. There. Ready to go. Well, on the road again here. Gonna go spray on the wheat now. I got one field of wheat left to do, so that's what's next. Well, since it was too hot to spray, it was like 28, 29 degrees Celsius. It's a little bit too hot to spray because what happens is the weeds don't absorb the chemical because they just get stressed when it's too hot, so they just close their little whatever doohickeys they have in there, and doesn't work as good. So I waited till like 8 o'clock right now, and I was unfolding the booms, and I blew hydraulic hose. So I just ran to John Deere, and Grant fixed me up a new hose. What happened, the end blew right off the old one. Chopped it off, put a new one on. So we're going to install this hose and get going. So this is where the hose blew, was under here, a connection. It blew this right off, so I got hydraulic oil all over the place here. I don't think the wheat is going to grow too good here. Sprayed it all the way back. So I'm supposed to put it in that hose clamp up there, but I'll do that later. I want to get spraying. So I'll tighten this up and we can get going. There. Got it clamped on. It's loose here. There's a clamp, hose clamp right here and one right here, but I'll do that after. I just got it in the sling, hose sling there now, and yeah, plugged in, ready to roll. So just take all the wrenches, put them back in the side by side. Well, got my end rounds done. Start from the highway, going in. Wheat's looking pretty good. It's getting pretty big. It had to be sprayed. I should have sprayed this a week ago. It's starting to fill in pretty good, but busy. So this is the last field, and all I'll have left is canola. So, and the canola's ready to spray yet too. So I'm in the part here where I was spreading manure. If you remember in that video, I think it was in January, early January, I was spreading manure here. The weather was pretty warm. It wasn't freezing solid yet. You can still see some of it on the ground there. It didn't work in very well. Some of this stuff, like right here, you can tell it's kind of rough. There. It's always better if you can just spread on the stubble in the fall, and then spread on the stubble in the fall, and then work it in the chisel plow or disc. I like to use the chisel plow and rip it right up, and it seems to work out a lot better. I worked this before we planted here, so we seeded the wheat here. I had this the heavy duty cultivator. Worked it all up first. It's not bad though. The thing that kind of sucks right now is there's no wind, and I'm not really supposed to spray with dead calm because the spray can drift. But it seems to be okay. I kind of got with my 10 gallon Wagner nozzles here, and it's coming out pretty heavy, so. Doesn't seem to be drifting. Anyway, over half done now, so I hope it doesn't shower at night. The stuff says 6 hours, but they say 6 hours, but it doesn't really mean it's not going to work if it gets rain on it. 5 hours. It's just to cover their ass a little bit. So, well, finished at 20 after 11. So I'm folding up here. and I'm tired. There. All done. Well, I finished all the cereals. And like I said before, all I have left is canola. And I hope it doesn't rain. I know there was a storm going by that way a couple hours ago. It was looking to miss us, but I don't know, it was really hot today, so whenever you get really hot days, good chance of a thunderstorm sometime. But if this can stay on here for a couple hours, at least 3 or 4, for it, if it does decide to rain, it should be good. Like I said, I waited before because it was too hot to spray, and the plants don't absorb the chemical, the weeds, because they whatever, most people know that that you can't spray when it's too hot. But yeah, so there, the wheat's looking pretty good. Last year this field was kind of quite drowned from all the rain. We had like 4 inches of rain in just June. I think it was more than that, maybe 6. And this ground can't take too much water all at once, and a lot of the low areas all had water, and it was all yellow. And then when you spray it, it gets it's stressed because it's drowned. So spraying it doesn't help it either, really, but you got to do it. So anyway, yeah, tomorrow I'll throw that hose on the right way and get this thing set up for spraying Roundup on canola. I got to change all the nozzles. We got to triple rinse this thing, wash it down, and yeah, rinse it out good. And I'll change my nozzles and rinse all the nozzles out too. Back to 5 gallon an acre. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll talk to you all later.